The mystical Achimota Forest. Episode 3. What the forest decides to keep. There's a part of Achimota Forest where people stop trying. Not because they are told to. Not because they are afraid. Effort simply becomes difficult. It doesn't affect the body first. It affects intention. You can still walk. You can still kneel. You can still open your mouth to pray. But something shifts. Prayers begin and do not complete themselves. Thoughts arrive half-formed, then drift away. People forget what they came to say while they are still saying it. Caretakers know this place. They never point it out directly. They describe it instead. They say, "You'll know when you reach it." It has no signpost, no shrine, no markings anyone is willing to explain publicly. Elders avoid sitting there for long. Not out of fear, out of respect. They say the forest behaves differently in that space. The slowing. People who reach this part of Achimota often grow tired suddenly. Not the normal tiredness of walking or fasting. This tiredness arrives fully formed. One moment you are standing. The next, you are sitting without remembering the decision. Some people sleep. Others remain awake but unmoving, eyes open, breathing shallow, as if listening to something too subtle to be named. Phones lose importance here. Time stretches. Caretakers have learned not to rush anyone who enters this state. They say interruption causes confusion afterward. So they watch. Those who stay. The forest does not imprison people. This is important. It persuades. Those who remain are not trapped. They are not restrained. They are not screaming for help. They are occupied. At dawn, caretakers sometimes find them standing between trees, facing inward, not toward the path, not toward the city. They stand as if mid-conversation. They move rarely. When they do, it is deliberate, measured, economical. Caretakers say they don't blink often. When spoken to loudly, they do not respond. But if their name is spoken quietly, respectfully, some tilt their head just slightly, not in alarm, in recognition, as if acknowledging familiarity, the agreement. Eventually, everyone who stays long enough understands something. Achimota does not offer comfort. It offers clarity, and clarity dismantles illusions. People arrive asking for solutions, for money, for healing, for direction, for answers. What they receive instead is understanding. Understanding of themselves. Some people cannot return with that intact. They try, but the clarity does not soften with distance. It follows them into their decisions, their conversations, their sleep. Others return changed. Not dramatic, not loud, quieter, less reactive, more deliberate. Caretakers say those people speak less afterward and listen more. Those who talk too much about what they experienced often feel unsettled later. Restless, unbalanced, not punished, balanced. Why people still come. Despite everything. Despite the silence, the slowness, the risk of being changed. People still come to Achimota Forest. Because not being heard is worse than being afraid. The forest does not promise miracles. It does not guarantee visions. It does not advertise outcomes. It promises honesty. And honesty is rare. If you ever enter Achimota Forest and feel the urge to speak out loud to something you cannot see, pause, listen, because the forest is already listening to you. And it decides, slowly, patiently, whether you are someone who will leave or someone it will remember.